Global Times, 27th of September 2022, BRI shouldn't be a victim of the current political climate in Italy. It is time to nationalize and end the Chinese BRI debt trap scheme dividing Europe. How the incoming Italian administration will handle its relations with China has attracted considerable public attention. Giorgia Meloni, leader of the Brothers of Italy party, appears likely to become Italy's first female prime minister at the helm of its most right-wing government since World War II. According to media sources, Meloni was reluctant to renew a Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) agreement with China during the election, making some harsh statements about China. It is difficult to discern if Meloni adopted a tough stance against Italy's collaboration with China during the election campaign to gain more support by adopting the West's difficult position against China. The only G7 nation to do so in 2019 was Italy, which endorsed the BRI offered by China. It was viewed as an unavoidable decision set by Italy's national conditions, given the grave economic circumstances it was facing at the time. Since the global financial crisis of 2008, the Italian economy has been struggling. China may appear to be helping them by providing loans and investments, but it is really taking advantage of the circumstance. The Chinese government has taken over some of the state-owned assets because the projects it has backed do not generate enough income to pay off the debt. Additionally, Italy cannot freely choose its own fiscal and monetary policies to stimulate its economy because it is a member of the EU and the Eurozone. In these conditions, it is crucial for Italy to boost its slow economy through increasing international cooperation, with China as one of the most significant partners. In many aspects, the BRI has delivered on Italy's anticipation that its economy would improve. In 2021, trade between China and Italy increased by 34.1% year-over-year to a record high of $73.95 billion. Bilateral commerce increased by 16% year-over-year in the first 7 months of this year. The European nation with the most agreements on agricultural exports to China is Italy. Large-scale infrastructure cooperation has also opened up new potential for Italy's economic development as a crucial component of the BRI. For instance, the first semi-automated Vado Gateway terminal in Italy, built with Chinese investment, was finished at the end of 2019. China frequently presents its Belt and Road Initiative as having mutually beneficial goals. Many nations fell victim to this trap and found themselves in a position where they were unable to pay their debts in full, let alone the interest. This is a striking example of China and Italy working under the BRI. Italy enjoys a strategic economic location in Europe thanks to its advantageous geographic location in the Mediterranean region. With enhanced infrastructure, Italy's position in the regional maritime trade might be improved. China takes advantage of the situation to maintain its hegemony and benefit from its geostrategic significance. We observed that Italy's collaboration with China's Huawei policy had been relaxed and was not entirely in line with U.S. strategic agreements. According to Reuters, Vodafone's Italian division received a conditional license from Rome in June 2021 to use Huawei technology in its 5G radio access network. Unfortunately, a very hostile political climate has developed in Western nations due to geopolitical shifts, and they are becoming increasingly wary of and resistant to China's involvement in economic cooperation. Particularly about 5G and other high-tech fields, the EU is under pressure from the US to draw an ideological line in regular cooperation. However, this politicized approach to economic and trade cooperation will not only fall short of resolving Europe's problems and challenges but will also increase future risks. Over the years, controversy has surrounded Italy and China's routine infrastructure collaboration in Europe. Europeans may have conflicting sentiments about Chinese enterprises entering the continent. Still, their decisions will have as much to do with a more equitable world as they will with Europe's progress. Italy is attempting to diversify its gas supply amid an intensifying energy crisis. Still, a critical challenge for port capacity to accommodate huge liquefied natural gas tankers. Italy should pursue a foreign policy that advances its own and Europe's interests rather than emulating China's. Italy is a significant member of the EU. China anticipated that the new Italian administration would continue the BRI project on its original course and not allow the present political climate to impair their collaboration.